Going big is working for the species, once nearly driven to extinction by commercial hunters. The buffalo, more accurately the American bison, has made an astonishing comeback. Today, more than 500,000 strong herds roam free across the northern continent, bringing with them an abundance of ecological benefits. Before the 1800s, 30 to 60 million bison roamed the Great Plains, a number so vast it's impossible to wrap your mind around. For the indigenous nations who lived among them, the buffalo were more than just a source of food and materials. They were a way of life, a culture, and a key part of the ecosystem. Then in the span of just a few decades, almost all of them were gone. By 1884, commercial hunters had slaughtered millions. The U.S. military, under General Philip Sheridan's command, had easy prey. The buffalo were driven over cliffs or shot from trains, their corpses left to rot. This wasn't just ecological devastation. It was also an act of war. The U.S. government wanted to weaken the Native American nations who depended on the buffalo by taking away their most important resource. But the buffalo were brought back from the brink by indigenous stewardship, early conservationists, and modern projects that continue to expand and protect wild bison populations today. It's a remarkable comeback story. The Lakota, Blackfeet, Salish, Kainai, and other nations began protecting small herds on their lands. In many native traditions, buffalo are viewed as relatives and life givers. They were entrusted to the care of the people, and in return provided everything necessary for survival. Today, the Intertribal Buffalo Council helps over 80 tribes across the U.S. and Canada manage and expand these herds. Since 1990, the Council's member tribes have reintroduced more than 45,000 buffalo to tribal lands. In the early 1900s, rangers like Charles Buffalo Jones and President Theodore Roosevelt helped create private and national reserves. In 1902, Yellowstone National Park became the last wild refuge for a mere 23 bison. Today, there are more than 5,000 there, the largest population in the lower 48 states. More recently, to parks in South Dakota, Wind Cave National Park, and Badlands have built up herds with pure genetics from the Yellowstone bloodline. Meanwhile, in Canada, Elk Island National Park serves as a genetic bank for bison reintroduction into the wild. There are now more than 200,000 bison in Canada, up from just 1,000 in the early 1900s. Together, these efforts have brought the total North American bison population to an estimated 500. Only about 30,000 are wild, free-ranging animals. The rest are in conservation herds or commercial ranches where they're raised for their meat, and they're having an outsized impact on the environment. A single bison can consume up to 40 pounds of vegetation per day, and their grazing patterns promote diverse plant life. They also play a key role in water cycles. Their wallows, or mud baths, create shallow depressions that fill with water, turning into seasonal wetlands that provide habitat for amphibians and birds. As a result, bison-rich areas support more biodiversity. Pronghorn numbers have increased from 15,000 to 1 million in the last century. Wolves, which were reintroduced to Yellowstone in the 1990s, have thrived. The return of the bison helped bring bald eagles back from the brink of extinction in the park. And in the northern Great Plains, bison and prairie dogs are helping each other out. The bison tramples the prairie dog mounds, scattering the seeds from plants that grow in the disturbed soil. Those seeds germinate and grow, providing food and habitat for the prairie dogs. So as the bison numbers have increased, so have the prairie dog numbers. It's been a long road back for the American bison, but thanks to dedicated conservation efforts, these massive animals are once again a common sight on the landscape, improving the habitat for countless other species while they go about their daily lives. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to see more.